Quick question for you. If I asked you to guess, right now, off the top of your head, how much you spend on subscriptions every single month, what number would you say? Well, most people guess way low, like by a lot. Recent consumer research from 2026 asked folks exactly this, and the average guess came in at around $86 a month. But then, researchers had those exact same people comb through their actual bank statements, line by line. The real average? $219 a month. That's more than double what they guessed.
I'm Zach, and welcome to this explainer. Here at Zak Wealth Files, my mission is simple: make wealth building and personal finance simple, accurate, and genuinely useful for you. Today we're diving into the structural mechanics behind this invisible cash drain, what researchers call the subscription trap. And more importantly, I'm going to give you a highly reliable, step-by-step framework to fix it.
So this massive gap, it's a very real, documented phenomenon known as subscription creep. Basically, it's the growing silent disconnect between what you think you're paying and the reality of what's leaving your checking account every 30 days. And honestly, it's affecting almost everyone. Studies show the average American now unknowingly holds somewhere between 5 and 12 active subscriptions at any given time.
And this isn't just about a few extra bucks here and there. This is a massive wealth drain on a global scale. In 2025, the global subscription economy hit over $500 billion. And for 2026, it's projected to approach $860 billion. It's a booming business model, precisely because it is so incredibly easy for us to just set it and forget it.
But here is the most shocking part of the data. A massive chunk of that money is paying for things people aren't even using. Close to 60% of people currently have at least one paid subscription going completely unused. In fact, those folks average over 2.5 unused subscriptions per person.
When you zoom out and add all that up, Americans are collectively wasting over $15 billion every single year. We're talking forgotten gym memberships, free trials that quietly converted to paid plans, unused meal kits, the whole shebang. It's exactly like having a slow leak in a tire. It doesn't seem like a big deal day to day, but over time, it leaves you totally flat.
There are 4 very real structural reasons this invisible waste builds up. First, the sheer volume of microcharges. A $9.99 charge sounds tiny on its own, but stack 12 of those together? That snowballs into over $1,400 a year. Compound interest works against you here. Second, autopay completely removes the natural friction of making a purchase decision. 72% of consumers just use auto-renew. You only decide to buy it once, and then the default is just forever. Third, we have intentional dark patterns. And fourth, annual billing camouflage. $120 a year is still $10 a month, but because it hits annually, it totally vanishes from your mental math.
Let's double-click on that third point, dark patterns, because this is absolutely crucial to understand. Some companies specifically weaponize their websites against you. A 2026 analysis of nearly 1,200 services found that roughly 1 in 8 deliberately engineered their cancellation process to discourage you from leaving. They force you to call a customer service rep, or they trap you in a maze of confusing confirmation screens. It's not a glitch. It is a documented, intentional business practice.
Here's your practical, no-nonsense framework you can use right now. No fancy budgeting software required. First, pull your last 3 months of bank and credit card statements. Second, list out every reoccurring charge. Honestly, just seeing them all in one place is the magic of this whole exercise. Third, be brutally honest. Have you actually used it in the past month? Fourth, cancel everything unused. Be ruthless. Fifth, check for annual billing discounts on what you keep, and maybe rotate your streaming services month to month. And sixth, set a calendar reminder to do this all again next quarter.
Now, when you're executing step 4 and canceling things, here is a golden rule. If you hit a dark pattern, do not give up. If they force you to make a phone call or click through 5 different retention offers, treat that friction as absolute confirmation that you are making the right choice. They're making it hard because they know it's draining your cash flow. Push through it.
For the stuff you do keep, you've got to weigh monthly flexibility against annual discounts. If an annual plan genuinely saves you money and you are 100% sure you'll use it for a full year, great move. But remember, annual billing is camouflage. If you go annual, you have to set a calendar reminder for the renewal date. Otherwise, stick to paying monthly so you have the flexibility to cancel or rotate services whenever you want.
Because subscription creep quietly rebuilds itself. As the research notes, the average household adds more new subscriptions each year than it cancels. The math literally works against you over time. This is exactly why step 6, setting a recurring quarterly calendar reminder, is non-negotiable. Without that habit, new free trials will convert, new services will pop up, and that massive gap between what you think you spend and what you actually spend is going to silently grow right back.
Now, quick honest caveat before we wrap. This explainer is for general educational purposes based on 2026 research. It is not personalized financial advice. Everyone's situation is unique, and major financial decisions should always go through a licensed advisor. Also, not all subscriptions are bad. I'm definitely not telling you to cancel things you actually use and love.
A true wealthy mindset isn't about living on bare necessities and eliminating all joy. It's about having total, accurate clarity over your spending. The goal isn't zero subscriptions. The goal is making sure every single dollar going out is a conscious, deliberate choice. When you know exactly where your money is going, you get to dictate your wealth rather than letting auto-renewing microcharges dictate it for you.
The gap between what we think we spend and what we actually spend is incredibly predictable. But now, you have the exact 15-minute framework to fix it. So here's your action step for the week. Go do this audit. And drop a comment below, let me know how far off your initial guess was from your real itemized number. Because it begs the ultimate question. If $219 is leaking out of your accounts on autopilot every month, what else is your money doing without your permission? If this explainer brought you real financial clarity today, hit subscribe to Zak Wealth Files for more no-nonsense frameworks to build your long-term wealth. I'll catch you in the next explainer.